Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the final race of the European Racing Series. It's here in Abu Dhabi. Both myself and Dave are both departing ERS at the end of this season, which is today. How you doing, Dave? Are you sad? As sad as I am? Dave?
Shit, sorry.
Welcome back, guys, to the final race of ERS. How you doing, Dave?
Yeah, last commentary, but I'm still a complete noob at it. Yeah, departing with the same old high standards I've always given. Just a disclaimer, there's about 50% chance my power is going to cut off during this. It's been on and off all day. So, yeah, just in case, I'll try and get back in as soon as I can, if that happens.
Have you got...
And Higgsy's also got looks like he's got the same problem. He's just left.
Now we've got some
other than that,
new separate to ERS that we can talk about, because we both attended an endurance race of the weekend, didn't we?
Might have done, yeah.
Yeah.
It rings a bell.
It does. There was how did you do?
I did well. How did you do?
Oh, really well, mate.
Not important.
Really well.
Positions aren't important though, are they?
Well,
Really?
I think
it's not the experience.
I think they're quite important, if you ask me.
Irrelevant.
I'd say so. I mean, it's being a Daytona 24-hour winner by 4 laps is definitely better than being a Daytona second place
Runner-up by
finisher.
5 laps, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Were you down by 5 laps?
Yeah, we were down by 5 laps.
Yikes. Anyway, we're here in Abu Dhabi for F1 2020 action for the final time, like I said. And also, an honourable mention, Jess is also departing ERS at the end. I want to point out, I know this sounds like ERS has gone downhill or something. It hasn't. It's actually been a fantastic racing league to commentate for. I've been commentating with them for, what, 4 seasons now? Thereabouts, I think. And every single time I've commentated with them, it's actually been really, really, really enjoyable. The admins have been nothing but kind to us. They've looked after us whenever we've needed it. And, you know, graphics and such have been really useful too. So again, if you are thinking about getting involved in endurance, if you're thinking about getting involved in league racing, in Formula 1 2020, make sure that you go and check out ERS, which if you're watching this right now live on Twitch, !ERS in the chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, go to my Twitch and type ERS.
Just do it.
Yeah, in the chat. Yeah, do that.
Find a way and do it. Because, yeah, like you said, absolutely amazing league. And more than likely, I'll be driving there next season as well.
Yeah? Have you been given a rough estimate as to where you're going to be?
No, but I feel like I could maybe cut it in tier 1 if I apply myself. If I want a nice easy ride, I'll go for tier 2. But I would like to push myself and go for tier 1.
See, the thing is, I know where you're coming from, because I was thinking similar thoughts when I was racing it, because obviously last season I raced in
you're
ERS.
terrible. Come on.
Okay. Sorry, do you realize you're talking to a 24-hour Daytona winner by 4 laps?
You're terrible in a Formula 1 car.
I will give you that, yes. No, I will absolutely give you that. I think open wheelers are just not my thing. I just cannot do them. GT cars, love them. Alright, F1 action. The guys are out there. They're doing laps currently. A fair few people have actually invalidated. And I think that's a little bit of an indicator towards a strategy here. I'm told you don't want to be on the softs for this race. Mediums are ideal, but apparently the hards are also tragic. So it's going to be...
You might have slightly misinformed because everyone is on the soft tyre, man.
Yeah, I know, but I think they want to go onto the mediums. I believe it's a 2-stop, this race.
I think you're being debated.
Am I being debated?
I think probably looking at a soft hard, if not a soft medium, judging by the amount of people that have gone soft straight away.
No. Soft mediums would need to be a 2-stop. This track destroys tyre wear.
Okay. Or, and now this is a very, very long shot, but you could be right, and we could be having a wet weather start.
That is also true. That is.
But it's a very, very long shot.
Yeah. Actually, when was the last time it rained in Abu Dhabi? When we were racing there?
1972. I don't know.
I'm trying to recall. I actually don't remember there being.
It did rain in, I think, 2018, but it wasn't enough to warrant a change to wet tires or inters.
I mean, even when you look at this game, for example.
Yeah.
Like,
this game, I've got no idea.
I don't actually remember the last time I saw an Abu Dhabi wet. I don't think I've ever seen an Abu Dhabi wet race without it being forced Abu Dhabi.
Fix it at this stage. That's pretty surprising.
Is that a new person? Joshua Kazani?
Yeah.
I don't recognize the name.
Recognize him.
I mean, making a statement though. Look at that.
Yeah. And Kartak was the other Alfa Romeo. So unless he's changed his name.
Kartak was a while ago though. Kartak hasn't raced for a long time.
Kartak raced in Brazil.
I don't think he did.
I'm almost certain he did.
Would you put wager on it?
I would put 75,000 channel points on it.
Is that what you got?
If you want to put a prediction in chat right now of whether Kartak raced last weekend.
Can I get an admin, please? Put a prediction in the chat. Did Kartak race in Brazil ERS last week? And if you could make it so they say yes and no, then Dave is going to put all of his points on yes. And you guys in the chat are welcome to vote as well if you want to.
I'll do it.
I just want you to know the answer is no.
It is yes.
What was his name? Did he change his name to something else?
His name was Kartak last week.
Unless his name... Alright. It only counts if his name is actually Kartak. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
Alright, you're already trying to find Gouts.
Okay, no, cool. Because I don't know him by any other name other than Kartak.
Okay.
We need an admin. Is there an admin around? Oh, there it is.
Yes! Here we go.
Thank you. I think that was Badger who did that. Thank you, Badger. I've never actually done one of these myself, so I've no idea how you even initiate one. It's for say right. Okay, well. There you go, guys. Get your channel points in there. Dave, I want all 75k on there, dude.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. 75.6k ginger nuts in the pot. Does anybody want to vote no so you can take his 77? Oh, more people going yes. I'm stunned. One person put a K because I know he didn't race.
What do you mean you know he didn't race?
I was there in Brazil. He didn't race.
And so was I. He did race.
He didn't race. There's no way Kartak raced. Unless he raced under a different name, which is already dictated, doesn't count.
We got 30k for no.
People are believing.
People have a lot of faith in me, you see. I'm well known in the community. I'm a trusted source of F1 info. Oh, big slide from Dennis through turn 4.
If someone is kind enough to go back and double check last week's ERS race for us and confirm, ideally during this commentary, that would make my day. If not, don't worry about it. You're just going to have to wait for later when I finally know. However, looking at the qualifying, only 8 drivers actually getting themselves some times on the board. Most of them are in the 33s. One person's dipped in the 32s, and that is Joshua Kazani. So, Tommy P's checking out for us, if you were wrong.
Could lend a bit of support to your theory that they aren't actually planning to qualify on the softs. Maybe they're doing their laps and invalidating.
Oh dear. I'm going to look so stupid when they don't do that. Especially when they hit you with a very confident told you as well. Lando's Millman having issues. He's left the session. Rainbow has invalidated. It's Richie, who really displayed some incredible performance last week in Brazil. Is looking to get a time on the board. Purple sector 1 though, so already looking to make his... Oh.
Lando's Milkman on the apex.
Just sat there.
Easy way to keep your P2, I suppose.
Insert last week's rant here. Oh, speaking of which... Okay. So, again, insert last week's rant right here. I don't have my phone with me, Tommy Pete. My daughter's on my phone, so if you can just type it in the chat, or give it to Badger so Badger can conclude. Lando's
I was really confident when I made this bet. I'm not so confident anymore. I
can't wait for this. I am so sure that he
That's
wasn't
a lot. It's a lot of T-cam races you're doing if it's the case.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah, true.
I guess I could do an ACC, but I'm not. Ace Richie then, going through the final few corners, actually hasn't invalidated intentionally. Coming through the final corner now then, the lap time will almost certainly be beaten. There it is. Oh, he hasn't beaten it. I thought he was ahead by a fair bit, but no, P2. So maybe people are actually hard committing on this soft send to be able to put a time like that in. I mean, Higgs is out there trying to do a lap time now. Brownie, who you know would normally go for the right strategy call no matter what, he's currently still not yet invalidated, so who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe it is soft start, mediums clear.
Coming through the final section here, last two corners. I think it was a 10th up in sector 2. See what you can do here. 0.6 to beat. Doesn't quite make it, but he's getting closer.
Yeah. And also looking very firmly committed to the softs then in that case, because beating that time on the mediums is going to be really tough to do. So yeah, maybe not. Where is Brownie? He's the one I'm using him as a marker as to how well this is going to go down for him.
Are you automatically assuming Brownie's got the right strategy?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, the guy puts so much time into this game. He's so committed to being very good at this game that you would expect him to be knowledgeable in that area. So I think if you see him making a strategy call, it's almost certainly going to be the right one.
Yeah, his setups are, very hard to replicate. He puts so much detail in them. He actually makes it so his tires wear, all 4 tires wear at the same rate. That's how, down to a science, he's got it. As Jonty goes P5, Brownie goes P4 with 32.9. It looks like he is committing to that soft start. We don't know if it's a 1-stop or a 2-stop. We don't know whether it'll be pouring rain at the start either.
Fossetti, we need to know, can you confirm how we are spelling Kartak's name?
Kartak.
There we go, thank you. Roger and Tommy P are on the case. They are confirming the name. And I'm
not sure if that's really good or really bad news that they want to confirm his name.
It's because they know he's not there. Yes, that's it. That's correct, Badger.
Is that the final answer? That is my final answer. Seems like he's got the name down.
Do you want to phone a friend?
Don't want to phone a friend. No.
Ask the audience. Hazardstein hot lap now as well. Nobody's towing actually in this.
I noticed Higgsy got a slight tow from Coffee, but both their laps have been invalidated, so that doesn't really matter. Seeing Luca really sending it through the final sector. Driving it on those rear wheels, a lot of sliding, and it's only a 33.3. The answer is no. Right, see you later. See you later.
I knew it. I knew it. I told you he didn't race. I told you he didn't race. And you're like, no. I
have 66 channel points.
Absolutely. There you go, guys and girls. Enjoy your winnings. 119k went to Safso. There you go.
Wow.
Those of you that believed in me, you're welcome. Happy birthday.
Right. Unsubbing.
Rip.
So Max Claren has gone for the mediums.
Oh yeah, mods can't bet. I forgot about that. That's a bit unfair, I think, that mods can't bet.
I mean, don't like they can dodgy dealings.
But it's not like they can influence the decision. Like, if you do a prediction... I mean, it's a prediction in itself, right? I guess they're the people who can initiate a prediction, so they could force their own points getting. But... it seems pretty... I mean, I could also do the same thing. Like, guys, I'm going to do a prediction. Make sure that you click this one. And then... sacrifice that. Because I can also give points to people, which also makes no sense.
Oh, you mean you can give them a... you can refund me?
I'm not going to. Definitely not going to.
It's going to be a long time before I have 75k again.
Max Claren crossing the line. Actually on mediums right now. So he's starting an outlap. A hot lap, sorry. We'll see whether or not... I mean, usually we take 2 laps on the medium tyres to actually get a good lap time in. But the exit there through turn 1 looked very squirrely. Didn't look very in control of the car at all. And I think realistically, This is going to be a sign to go. Now, I don't want a dumpster on a certain individual, but there's a certain individual in this race who has never, in every time I've commentated him, I have never seen him do well at Abu Dhabi and always DNFs.
I feel like we're talking about Mika.
No.
Oh, okay.
Dennis. Every time you come through the first sector, those like long turn, was it turn 3, turn 4, Max Clarent? Oh my word.
Yeah, that was interesting. Straight line the chicane and then lost the rear end over the curbs. So
it's not advised. Fissionade's coming
not
through.
advised.
Oh, Fissionade's here. Oh, wow, okay. Fissionade coming through the final corner into the line, and it's the 36-2. I think that was get yourself ready. Oh, he didn't even turn ERS on. I wonder if he knows he didn't turn ERS on.
I think there's about a 10-second delay on the clock. But other than that, we're pretty spot on in terms of times. So many people yet to set a lap. We're going into the final run. It's just weird.
Why did Fissionade use his ERS? That makes sense. Danico out on an out lap, but he's invalidated this one. Apparently he's already done a lap on these tyres, so I'm curious to see how this one pans out. That's less than ideal. Maybe we are seeing rain then if that is the case, but then why would Max Clarent go into the medium tyres? You'd have thought that would have been the wrong choice to make. Yonti going through the fast S. Maybe a one-shot run, potentially. Embassy out there as well, coming through the hairpin. Now, this is easily the most important corner on the circuit. That hairpin there is so crucial because you have to get the exit absolutely spot on. Otherwise, you're going to lose so much. The toe is enormous, the DRS being there as well, and then obviously ERS being factored into it. You lose a tremendous amount. But it's not the end of the world because at the end of the chicane, after the straight, you also then have another DRS zone, and this one has its own detection zone, which means that you will also have the opportunity to retaliate and get it back, which actually is one thing I do really like about this track. I wish Mexico had the same thing, to be honest, after turn 3 or whatever it is, because I think that would really spice up the fighting a little bit more. I mean, it's already pretty hefty, but it just seems like once you're in the DRS of somebody ahead of you on that home straight at Mexico, it's just really simple to just pass them.
Yeah, I agree, and it kind of, I like it in that sense. I also don't like it in that sense. It's like you've just overtaken someone and instantly they get the opportunity to overtake you back.
Yeah, exactly.
They get assistance to overtake you back.
I don't mind that necessarily. I think that's quite...
Well, this is a weird qualifying session, don't you think?
It is. The fact
There's like 20 seconds left and it's not really feeling that anyone's really going for it. Got top 4 on a hot lap.
End of season blues.
Brownie's given his up. Got Vexit about to cross the line. 2 corners. He is 1/10 up, so we'll see if he can stick it on pole here.
Oh, that looked good.
Oh, it was. Perfect final corner. Really jumps him up the field. We have got Joshua Kazani still on a hot lap, as is Ace Ritchie.
Yep. And if I remember correctly, Ace Ritchie actually got pole last week, didn't he?
I believe he did, but I don't want to bet anything on it.
You ain't got much left to bet. Purple sector 2 there, sorry, for Ace Ritchie, so really starting to look pretty good indeed. Yonti's obviously retired, so he's done and dusted. Luca P5 for now, we'll see. Dennis actually gone P7 and stays there for now. There is Embassy and Spicy that have a chance to knock him down a peg or two, potentially. But here we go then, Ace Ritchie through the second to last, and now coming up into the final corner. Is this going to be our new pole sitting time? And across the line, yes, it is. Wow. By 1/10.5. What an improvement.
Kazani is 2/10 up at the moment. If he nails this final sector, he could spring a late surprise. He really sends it through that penultimate one into the final one, locks up a little bit, but makes the apex, gets the power down across the line.
Oh!
Easy clap, says Joshua Kazani.
Yeah.
Luca coming through the final sector as well. He's got McLaren just ahead of him. I believe that is Copy.
He's also 10th up, apparently.
Strictly on Luca at the moment through that final corner. Takes a lot of curb as opposed to the other drivers and jumps himself up into P4. Copy only good enough for P14. And I think that's it for quali.
It is. I mean, again, we've missed 4 drivers. No, 4. Well, sorry, 3 drivers. One got DQ'd unfairly. I think that's safe to say. And the other 3, just couldn't get a time in or didn't set a time.
Credit to Landers Milkman. He would have been 6th.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing
that
that
time
stings
early
the
on,
most
he would have
now.
improved as well with the track developing.
Question, is a one-stop viable around here? Yes, softs, hards. Sorry, viable and doable. Doable, yes. Viable, probably not. The hards are awful here. They really just do not grip well at all. They will last a long time, that's for sure, but you are so slow. Especially when you come through Sector 1. Like that whole long sweepy right-hander and then the back left again. It's just so difficult to like keep the car gripped enough to get around there without having high aero, which you need to have low aero because of the straights you've got on this track.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically,
100%.
we're gonna be looking at 1.5, 1.6 wings. I mean, that seems to be the meta anyway this season, but yeah. Anyway, short qualifying completed. Joshua Kazani in his debut race gets pole position with Ace Richie there P2, just behind him. Look, that's 7/100ths of a second, and then Vexit P3, Luke P4, Brownie P5 with Embassy P6, and taking us outside that 1 second margin. With Hazard there P7, Yonti P8, Spicy P9, Dennis rounds out the top 10, Max Claren getting best of the rest. Seb getting 12th with Beaker 13th, Copy 14th, Fishinator 15th, Rainbow, Higgsy and Danica who didn't set a time, and then Landos Milkman who DQ'd from the session. Again, unfairly, not through his own fault. He would have been P6. However, the game said otherwise.
It do be like that.
It do be like that
It
indeed.
really do.
Doobie 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 dooba doobie
So,
doobie dooba.
we didn't get a prediction in for qualifying, did we?
We did not. We broke the tradition.
It broke tradition on the final race, but I think we should go for a race prediction.
I'm kind of glad I didn't go for a prediction in the qualifying because there was no way I was going to guess that Joshua Kazani was going to do well.
That's true. Yep.
But at the same time, now I'm glad that we've seen qualifying. He looked clean, and by clean I mean in terms of off tracks. He didn't really have any issues there. Seemed to do a good job of getting his laps in whenever he went for them. So I'm actually going to back him to carry on and take the win. My only worry is that Ace Richie, who is right hot on his heels, is also another driver who is very clean, very quick, very consistent, and it honestly could be either of those two. So I mean, I'm putting them 1-2. I am going to back Joshua since he did get it on pole in the qualifying. I do think Ace Richie then will make it P2. I'm praying. I am honestly severely praying that Vexit can actually carry it through and get himself onto the final step of the podium because I think he's more than capable and I think he bloody deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. Struggled in the wet in Brazil, so he is due a good result. Luca as well. I think he definitely deserves a result after the season he's had.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's been plagued, hasn't he, with either game issues or network issues or technical difficulties of some sort, and he's just had every single thing that could go wrong. He's had it.
Rainbow, P16, as is so often the case.
Yeah.
Where's he going to end up is the question.
I don't think he'll get a podium today, though.
No. Looking at the strength of the drivers up front, probably not. You're right. But who knows with the safety car, anything can happen.
Yep. Well, Tommy P's given us a prediction of Vexit for P1, Ace Richie for P2, and then Kazani for P3. So basically reverse what was in qualifying, which I want to believe that Vexit can pull this off. And I think it's weird because whenever the odds are against him in the qualifying, he seems to pull it back in the race. I've seen this happen far too many times, and every time I don't back him, I always end up regretting it. But I don't know. This is a hard track to not get penalties on, and that's been his little downfall. So we'll see.
Oh, and Landers Milkman has crashed on the formation lap. He spun on the entry into the little chicane after that second DRS straight.
The sky I mean, it's hard to tell because the race is always at night time anyway.
It looks like he's de-stinking
really
all over the place, actually. It does. I was saying that. Yeah.
Reckon we're going to get the rain that you said?
Yeah, probably not. Everyone outside the top 10 going for those mediums. Looks like to me that it's going to be a soft medium race.
I don't think they can one-stop to mediums. I'm pretty certain this is going to end up having to be a two-stop.
Well, my prediction, by the way, I think it's going to stay the same.
Oh, really?
Joshua P1, Ace Richie P2, Vexit P3.
Well, that's literally what I said. It looks like we know what we're talking
Actually,
about.
you said Vexit was going to win, right?
No, I said Tommy P said Vexit was going to win. I said Joshua was going to stay there, Ace Richard P2, and I think Vexit for the final step of the podium. However, for the final time in the European Racing Series, it's been an absolute pleasure to commentate all of the races previous, and now this final one with 28 laps to do. Joshua leading us away with Ace Richard chasing him down. We've got Falsetti by my side, giving me the commentary rundown as well. Would you like to take the final race start?
You can take it. You take it.
Okay.
I will stick at the back as I always do and report if there's anything going on that we should know about.
Alrighty, well, we do have to wait. I believe it is Lando's Moment that's having the issues in terms of connectivity.
Yeah, he seemed to be jumping all over the place on the formation lap.
Yeah. You could tell it was...
And it might explain why he was parked on the hairpin and got disqualified in the quali.
Well, we shall see. Do you have to bear with until he does get his car sorted? Insert the rant from Friday again here.
Amazon predicted strategy, medium, medium, soft.
That's all I did, 2-stop. It's definitely a 2-stop. There's no way this track is not 2-stop. Like, it's 1-stop if you go hard, but even then, there's no point going hard at all. Like, you definitely have to 2-stop this.
Just worth mentioning something. These tyres can be freezing cold at the start, especially these mediums.
Here we go then. Lights are on now. It was Lando's Moment that was having the issues. For the final time, European Racing Series. It's go time. We are away, and I'm seeing a beautiful start there from the racing point. That is Ace Richie. Vexy trying to get around the outside here as well. He's going to have to sit back. The other racing point is slipping down the inside. There's contact. Luca just getting a little bit too deep. There's contact to the back. Spicy
field,
and Seb, I think it was, has actually had the contact.
It was Beaker, I think. Beaker spun around. No, sorry, Spicy. Yeah, black car, yeah.
Yep.
And both the McLarens. Both the McLarens as well. Spinning through turn 3. Contact with those two.
They crashed together?
They did. The McLarens hit each other. By the looks of things, they're both spinning off at the same time. No damage, though.
Oh, Yonti going for a move here. This is going to be around the outside for Hazard. He's using the suck there of Brownie. Brownie moves out of the way, and now it's round the outside throughout the entirety.
3 wide, 4 wide into the chicane, sorry. Seb,
well.
Max Claren, Dennis, and Rainbow.
Yeah, look how bunched up they are. They are so close together. You got it.
Yeah, but if they fight too hard, it's going to hold them up.
Oh, there's going to be a death here. I can feel it. There's definitely going to be a death. Watch out on board with Fissionators. You can see all of the carnage up ahead. There's definitely wing damage there. That was Dennis, I think.
Max Claren into the back of Dennis, yeah.
Oh, and he's having more issues. Fissionator getting squeezed to the edge of the circuit, but he's able to retaliate and still come back. Oh, and he's running to the back of him. No damage, though, I don't think. It might have been maybe a lime green if you look at the actual UI in the bottom right for him, but other than that, we are all good. Not too bad. I've been asked to quickly send an invite to Lando's Moment. There we go. Who's managed to get back in again. Cool. So, at the end of the first lap, Ace Richie is now in race lead. Vexit is P2, and Joshua looks to have had a horrible start in P3.
Yeah, maybe caught out by the cold tyres, but yeah, he's got some work to do, but based on his qualifying performance, I definitely believe that he can do it. Rocking the Michael Schumacher helmet as well, so I've not got a bad thing to say about him.
We are seeing pit stops happening already. Max Claren going onto the hard compound tyres. Dennis and Spicy have chosen the mediums. Fissionator also choosing the mediums. And despite what it says in the top left, it is still only lap 2. We have not yet got DRS enabled. And it is in fact Ace Richie, who is your current race leader. Now, around the rest of the field,
I won't miss this.
Oh, sorry?
I won't miss this at all.
Well, the telemetry being all out of sync, yeah. Yep. Well, we'll see how that one goes down. All right, so Ace Richie is still race leading. That's the main thing for him. I think he's actually built up quite a nice gap as well to Vexit. He seems to be just outside that 1 second margin, whereas Joshua Kazani is right on the cusp of losing that. He needs to be careful. Luca hanging in there quite nicely. He's got a fair amount of battery to use as well, should he need to. But Embassy is way off now. in terms of the DRS gap. He's not going to get it unless he burns absolutely everything, and he needs to pray that he gets it in time for that back straight, because this is a very train-heavy track. The DRS train is very strong here. You got 2 enormous straights, pretty much cover half the track, effectively, that if you do fall out of it, you will lose out a lot.
Pretty much, yep. Ace Richie, fastest lap once again. He is pulled out of that 1 second, and Vexit's pulled out a 1 second gap to Joshua Kazani as well. Looking strong in qualifying, but he seems to be nowhere in the race. Luca on his tail. And of course, it is now lap 3, so DRS. So Joshua, a little bit of a slide there through the little chicane.
Yeah.
To the hairpin. He's got to make sure he gets a really good exit here, and he doesn't. He slides all the way around. Luca doesn't even need to wait for the DRS. He's into P3.
And he's got the DRS, whereas Joshua does
as well.
not.
I was thinking maybe it was a little tactical slide from Joshua Kazani to get that DRS, but it was not. Activation point was before the hairpin.
Yeah, he'll get it here though, but it's just, again, whether or not he can control the rear end. He seems to be either too heavy-footed, or he's just got the setup that doesn't allow him to have rear end grip going through slow corners. Embassy though, he's actually right on the back here of Brownie, not using any ERS. It looks like he's happy to just sit behind him for now. No lunge, that's contact. Brownie will have definitely got a bit of a scare there. No, I don't think there was any damage on either car there. Obviously the rear end in these cars are literally indestructible, so Brownie wouldn't have felt much more than a bit of a tap. Still would have scared the life out of him, that's for sure.
Sorry about that, headset died. Back in the game though.
We missed very little other than a little bit of contact that happened between Embassy.
Looks like there's a bit of a train forming behind Beaker. Beaker, of course, choosing to start on that medium tyre. And Hazard's been caught out by that as he's forced to sort of watch the group of people on the same strategy as him just sort of sail away into the distance.
Sail away, sail away. Seb's actually not really used any ERS. He was sat on 100% as he came through the final corner, and he's in the same boat now. So if Seb is actually going for full conservative mode here, just trying to protect his tyres as much as he can, knowing how much they get destroyed here, he can use that ERS later on to sort of help him keep pace when the tyres start to drop on the straights. So making up for all the grip he's going to lose in the corners, getting it all back in the straights.
I've never seen such a dark, threatening sky, have you?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm confused because I think, is it just that it's night, or is it that we are actually looking at overcast? Because it does look
big send from
really
Yonsei
dark.
Into P6. Embassy trying the cutback. He won't need the cutback though. He's got a better exit, and he's going to have the DRS to boot. Should be a pretty simple overtake. Get his P6 back. And yep, it is.
And see, we'll be a bit frustrated with that, to be honest, because he did well to get the overtake lined up, and he burnt a fair bit of that ERS, whereas Embassy still on 60%. However, this actually screwed them, to be honest. The gap between Brownie and Embassy was really close. In fact, Embassy actually tapped Brownie's backside on the previous lap, and now he's gone from that to being 1.7 seconds down. So Yonti will want to get past him as quick as he possibly can. And it looks like Fishinator and Dennis having a bit of a scrap too. Fishinator is ahead now, up to P16. Dennis just having a bit of a wobble there. Didn't help him at all.
So, looks like he's starting to reel in Ace Richie. The gap is now less than, what, just over 1 second. Approaching 9/10 now. It looks like he might have picked up a warning there.
Joshua kind of hanging in as well onto Luca. And this is going to be kind of key to his success here. These soft tyres, they won't last much longer. I think lap 7, lap 8 is when we're going to see them bringing them in. But yeah, this is going to be really confusing for the majority of the drivers because the strategy is going to be all over the place. We had people who, big, deep mistake there from Joshua. He locked up so hard going into the chicane. His tyres will not make it further than this. I think lap 6 is going to have to
He doesn't seem to have any grip, does he?
No.
He's sliding all over the place. He can't slow the car down. He's in overtake right now, and Brownie is just destroying that gap.
Oh. And even he locks up, to be honest. This is not looking great for him.
There we go. Brownie straight past. Had to do it on the tight technical part rather than the straight, but he gets it done nonetheless. It's given Luca a little bit of breathing room as well.
I should have known better to believe that a hot lapper would be consistent in the race pace as well. It's very rare.
We didn't know he was a hot lapper. We just knew he got pole. To be fair,
well, this is it. But I mean, when you compare it to the other people around him that are normally pretty good as well, Yonti.
And in he goes.
Ooh. Igzy, yellow flag because he's had a bit of an issue. He's got wing damage. So, well, sorry, he hasn't got wing damage. He hasn't got a wing. He's missing the whole front wing. Full safety car has been called. This has saved him.
Wow. And it's a great bit of luck for Joshua Kazani.
Yeah, he needed that. Really needed that.
Absolutely. He's actually held up the safety car in the pit lane there. I've never seen that before. Ooh, Max Claret, drive-through penalty for speeding into the safety car. I mean, he's already P18, but that's not going to help his position, is it?
No, definitely not. Yeah, like we said, the good news for these drivers is that they will gain time whilst they're in the pit lane. Higgsy having gone on hards now. I think this is a mistake, to be honest. I mean, I get where he's going to go. He'll probably take these hards to the end. But realistically, he can't go medium softs again, and he doesn't want to pit again after this. So he's forced, really, into the decision of going onto those hard compound tyres. It's just these guys that started on the softs, they were just so unlucky the safety car was called after they just passed the pit lane.
Yeah, but they haven't been picked up by the safety cars, so they've still got that free pit stop. They're still under Delta, so they're not going to be losing time to Joshua Kazani and the people who were pitted before that.
No, but the timing for those guys that have gone into the pits already and come out. We'll
I think they're all stuck to their Delta, so they're not gaining or losing time to anyone on track.
Yeah.
I think we will still see Ace, Richie and Vexit coming out. They're not coming out. Vexit stays out.
Richie in.
Richie's in. Lucas stays out.
Wonder if
Brownie's
Vexit...
in. Mr. Perfect Strategy.
Yeah, exactly. MC in. Unsurprisingly.
He almost losing it on pit entry. Yeah, I think it's the fact that Luca and Beaker, especially, have been kind of screwed there. Didn't want to risk the double stack.
So they
have chosen to stay out. Beaker obviously in a better position because he's on that medium tyre. He can go much longer than the race, but Vex and Luca surely are going to be quite vulnerable.
Yeah, possibly. Okay, Vexit is now caught up the safety car, which is kind of good for him at the same time, because I mean he is on these soft tyres that are 6 lap old. He will be able to extend them a little bit further than necessarily was originally going to try before. But I feel like this is a mistake. I mean, maybe it's because he was talking to Brownie, Rainbow, sorry, but even Rainbow didn't pit. I don't understand. Why would you not pit?
It kind of makes sense if you were on that medium. Because
unless
like
he's trying to one-stop. He may be trying to one-stop to mediums. But that's going to be a gamble and a half. I
would still say, if you're going to one-stop, pit now. And just, you know, be very gentle till the end. Like Ace Richie has done, Joshua Kazani as well, Brownie, Embassy, Yonti, Hazard, all switching to that medium.
Yeah, but they're going to pit again. They're all pitting.
I understand why the initial medium runners haven't pitted, because, like you said, their only option is to go hard or to stop it softs mediums again, or softs.
Honestly, I think they're one-stepping. I think they're one-stepping softs mediums, and I think they're actually going to stay out on these softs for a little bit longer.
Yeah, for sure it's going to help them in that long stint, but is it going to be sort of 25, 30 seconds of help? That's the question. Because it's a long pit lane in Abu Dhabi.
It is. But I think that they will be... I think that will work. I think if they can stretch the softs far enough to then go onto the mediums, I think this will work fine. We'll have to wait and see. That's all we can do at the minute. Whereas Vexit, though, he's kind of holding this all in his hand right now. The decisions that he's made, he's going to have to live by. He knows that those guys that pit now went onto the mediums will have to pit again, whether it is to on another set of softs or if they are going to then go for the second set of mediums. He knows that if he can one stop, he should still be better off. It's just the risky run. If you get a puncture, it can end your entire race, which, you know, I'm looking at that turn 2, or turn 2, 3. It will definitely burn your car in the wall if you get it wrong.
Yep, and even, even the hairpin here. A slight loss of grip here could mean sort of 3 or 4 tenths by the end of that straight.
We appear to have lost Hazard, so we'll quickly hit him with one of them there invites, although it looks like his game's crashed. No, looks like his entire PC is left. He's no longer online. At all. Sag indeed.
Yep, he was in a decent spot, I think. He had pitted. Maybe he could have gone to the end. If he can get it back. Well, we are all nice and bunched up now, so I imagine the safety car will be in this lap.
F's in chat. Yeah, we'll see when we get to the start of Sector 3 whether or not the safety car is coming in. There it is.
Yeah,
so yeah,
there you go.
In, which is now back to Vexit and Luca. They're the ones who control this. Realistically, they are going to be faster than the medium runners behind them because their tyres are much easier to heat up. And on top of that, they will also have still got more grip on that tyre than the medium is at right now, although it won't last for very long. If they keep this up, they will be in trouble. Around about lap 10, lap 11 is where I suspect that the softs are going to be pretty unusable, especially, and I'm going to keep saying this because we're going to see someone DNF there today, that's for sure, especially through Sector 1. Alright, Vexy then, your decision when you go. You do also have to wait for the safety car to go into the pit lane, which it is about to do now. So Vexy, you're good to go whenever you want it. And there it is, he's off. Luca, not really caught sleeping. Beaker in the same boat. He's actually still hooked on there as well, so quite nice for him. And he's not losing too much time. Hazard has returned, so good news for him. Yellow flags all around, but I don't think there's anything to necessarily worry about. Fishinator seems to have gone a bit deep. He's lost a fair bit of time to the car ahead. Oh, that was because Max Tarrant's in the pits. Beaker doing well enough to keep with these boys, but he is dropping quite rapidly. No DRS if we are in the same position in a couple laps' time. Oh, Landers Milman's retired. On track? Well, that doesn't look like he crashed. That looks like... he just teleported, I'm not sure. Anyway, we are still fine. Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing a safety car here today. Then we're going to be continuing as is for now. Higgsy is ready to fight with Dennis. He's actually on his inside, coming towards the hard braking zone at the start of the chicane. Dennis has gone deep, gone into the back of Danny Cole. Left end plate has gone. That is a big sad for him, and it looks like Higgs is trying to just slip through on the inside there of Spicy. Dennis is in big trouble now that wing has disappeared. He's going to be really losing so much grip, and here comes Fishinator down the inside of Higgsy. Is he going to look for the inside of Spicy as well? He's deciding. Oh, he's going for it. He's actually standing right there. He's on the curb, but he did lose a lot, and now Higgs is retaliating. Round the outside for both of these corners. He's going to have to really struggle that car. Very well held there. Almost lost it. And there's Luca off the track as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Luca spun. So from P3, P2, all the way down to P17. But he was wishing he was on the fresh rubber now, and he spun again.
Yeah.
He's overheated the tires.
Yeah, they are very warm, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Might be seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what's coming, I think, don't we?
We do. It's gonna happen.
Cuts across. Yeah.
It is definitely happening. That's a I've given up kind of action. That is.
Even at 60 miles per hour. Just look at him. Yeah, just can't keep the car under control.
He hasn't crashed. He's just lost control.
Right.
So.
No, he definitely crashed.
I was only using the minimap.
Look at that. It's 40 miles per hour. No grip. In for fresh rubber, I suspect, and an early bath.
Yeah, bath. Ball for bed as well. I'd be crying out, to be honest, after that. That was very sad. Hazard has got the move done on copy, and here comes Joshua down the inside. Very late on the brakes. Very well held, actually. I thought he was going to go right off the other side of the circuit, but no, he kept himself within the limits, and that was fantastic to see. Now it's Beaker and Ace Ritchie. They were having a little bit of a swapperoonie, and Ace Ritchie... Beaker just hit the wall. Beaker just drove into the wall. Has he lost an end plate for that? I think he has. Yeah, he has. Beaker just voluntarily drove into the wall and lost his left end plate.
Wow. Oh, and into the wall goes Danico. They were going side by side through that section at the end of Sector 2, start of Sector 3. No damage from Danny Cope, but I think he'll be pretty angry underneath that helmet.
Oh, Higgsy! That was a hell of a send there on Dennis. The flick to get around the back on the inside. Now he's stuck out here, hung out to dry with a very limpy Dennis with that left end plate missing. Is not going to help him. Beak it in the pits 9 laps in because he
damage
hit the wall.
Yeah. Luca has stayed in. Credit to him. He's going to stick it out. I think it's the right call this early in the race. Anything could still happen. And there we go, safety car. Higgsy, I think. Yeah, Higgsy spun on the pit straight. And that's why you stick it out. Luca right back into this race.
Especially with all the people who are going to be checking in the pits now. Vex has been given another lifeline. This is really good for him.
Yeah, he has to pit now, but that's really bad for him. He's going to go right to the end of the pack.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to pit again, whereas everybody who already pitted up earlier is going to have to pit again.
I think with 2 safety cars, I think absolutely those mediums that Ace Ritchie and Joshua have got on.
Nah. Do you want to put a wager on it? I'll just take the remaining 60, whatever it was, 60, whatever it was.
You know what? Take my 186.
Did you click the chest or something to get the 50?
I just clicked the chest and I've got 246.
Happy birthday.
It's not my birthday, but, you know, thanks.
Next time hit the Windows key. Noob streamer. There we are. So yeah, there are a lot of people spread out at the minute. I think that's Dennis. Is it Dennis or is it Mac? I think it's Max Claren actually, who's, yeah, he is. He's quite far back, 4 laps down. And then you got obviously Beaker and Higgsy, who've been into the pits and had issues. Well, Beaker made his own issue, to be honest. I have no idea why he must have just not been paying attention and went, boop. He did say he was tired.
It happens.
Very tired, so we'll give him that.
It happens, yeah. Sometimes it's just the silliest mistakes, and you look at them back and you think, why didn't I just turn more?
Why did I just not turn at all? His issue was he turned on the straight.
I think Vexit's going to drop down all the way to P14 here, which is going to be a long way further back than the likes of Ace Ritchie and Joshua Kazani had to start from.
Yeah, but again, this is the thing. I think Vexit is good to go to the end of this Grand Prix.
Well, if you think about it, Ace Ritchie and Joshua Kazani have only done about 2 laps, racing laps, on those tyres.
Yeah.
I really do think that Ace Ritchie and Joshua Kazani can go to the end here.
My issue, Josh, on the softs was struggling. He was really struggling to keep the tyres, well, not
in check.
Over. Yeah, temperature-wise, they were just cooked. Absolutely roasted. Second one was that he just struggled on the brakes. He keeps locking up. Every time I see him go into these really heavy braking zones, he either understeers like crazy because he's turning too much, or he just locks up the brakes and pressing the brake too hard.
Yep. Well, the more we go through, the lighter the car will get and the closer it will get to the qualifying conditions. The qualifying conditions that put him on pole.
Yep. Sky, I think this is more nighttime now, to be honest, rather than the weather.
We could have had a spectacular wet Abu Dhabi race, but it wasn't to be.
It would have been nice for a wet Abu Dhabi race. That would have definitely gone out with a bang, wouldn't it?
It'd have gone out with a question mark. What?
Really?
Rain in Abu Dhabi.
Well, I mean, I remember Abu Dhabi actually on their Twitter account posted a couple of photos. I think it was like January, February last year, showing that they did actually have rain on the track, and I think it was like the second to last corner or somewhere there was like a really big puddle, like huge puddle, that just showed. Yep, absolutely, we have track issues when it comes to the rain. I mean, if it did rain, that could be horrific. If they've got puddles that big, that could be really, really bad.
But not here though, because Codemasters wouldn't dare simulate anything like that.
It's sad because I do really like Codemasters as developers. I think they have made some incredible titles and they have given us a lot of good memories. It's just
historically, yes, but nah, modern day, not my favourite.
I've been given a stat for you here.
Okay.
Lando's Milkman, who obviously has DNF'd this race, and apparently he DNF'd without... It wasn't intentional, he did just crash. This is his first DNF out of 40 races in ERS.
Wow.
Lewis Hamilton in the making, it's confirmed.
Yeah, or someone maybe a touch more likable, hopefully.
That's,
you know,
don't you trigger the Team 44.
Team LH44 hashtag.
Yeah, blessed. Best fans. Apparently he got hit by other cars, which caused the issue. But
I thought you. I like mentally in my mind. I heard that Lewis Hamilton had been hit by a car.
Oh.
And I got really excited.
Wow. No, that's awful, dude. Holy. That's
oh no, like a smart car or something, just enough to teach him a lesson.
What lesson is that?
I don't know, but I don't like him.
But that's, you don't wish pain on your people you don't like.
It gives me pain every weekend, man.
No, it does not. F1 isn't every weekend.
I just want to thank the guys in the factory, man. You're all so important, man. But please give me 50 million a year, man.
Did you see Mercedes' tweet earlier today?
No.
They did a tweet basically saying like the start of a journey, which was basically like when Lewis Hamilton joined Mercedes, which like for me really set up the exit tweet following shortly to. I honestly I think Hamilton's retiring this year. I think he's going to call his retirement in within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, he'll call it retirement, but I think we'll all know what actually is going on.
100%. I think in his mind,
and I can't say I blame him. You
No.
know, if he doesn't get this contract with Mercedes, he has to retire.
Well, we've got a race to get back underway, and Ace Ritchie is now the race leader with Joshua Kazani hunting him down there in P2. He's going to be staring at the back of that racing point because he's the one in control, and he's gone. Wow, actually, Joshua got caught sleeping, but a mistake there from Ace Ritchie. That was not ideal. Yep, a mistake. It cost him to lose the traction.
Won't have been at full racing speed, so I doubt he'll get a warning there, but it's enough to get him 7 tenths on Joshua Kazani.
Yep. Hazard got caught sleeping just a little bit. He's lost a fair bit of time there. I think it's what, 7 tenths-ish, almost. Yep, there. And Joshua Kazani, he's the one who's been caught even further napping. Look at that, 9 tenths already. That's before we even get into Sector 2. Higgsy with a 3-second time penalty. Yellow flag, Sector 1, Sector 2. That is Williams.
It's Higgsy.
Brownie,
Higgsy's
yeah, Higgsy. Oh, he's out.
He's out.
Another safety car, you reckon?
He caused the safety car initially, spinning on the exit of the last corner. The car is still there.
Well, we are still racing, so Higgsy hasn't yet caused another one. Copy, actually looking for the inside. Embassy's gone deep into the chicane. Vex is now side by side with him. He cannot afford to be rubbing or racing here. He has to get it gone. And Copy, he's got one. He's looking for two. He's actually going to get this beautifully. It's a side by side drag race all the way up to the next chicane. He's going to have to try and work some magic through here because you know for a fact Vexit will not give you any room to breathe, and he's staying alongside of him throughout, but he will benefit the most here. Copy out onto the exit of the circuit. That has allowed Vexit to get right back into it, and P10 stays with Vexit.
Fighting going all the way down the field. Big sends from Luca, big sends from Max McLaren. Beacom navigating it all. He's gone from 17th to 14th in the space of one lap. Did get a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, but that was absolutely down to Luca forcing him off. So we'll get that reversed.
Penalties are coming in thick and fast, though, that is for sure. And Vexit is looking to try and get past Spicy, and I think now Vexit realises that whilst he did want to be as conservative as he could on the tyres, the strategy, because of the safety car, or safety cars, should I say, is actually not allowing him to. He has to hurry up because he's already dropping the toe between Spicy and Seb, which is not ideal. Vexit cannot wait. Yellow flag, Sector 1, Sector 2 again. Dennis in the corner. I said he was going to DNF her. He's DNF'd her. You wait for it. And safety car. No. Well, Brownie's going for a move here on Rainbow. Coming in towards the next chicane again. This is going to be very tight. Rainbow is left high and dry, and Brownie has got through. However, Rainbow will have DRS, but he hasn't quite got the exit he needed. So Rainbow will, in fact, run away with this now. And that will be... Yeah, he's too far ahead. Cool, that's fine.
I mean, speaking of running away, look at Ace Ritchie. Joshua Kazani still not able to get his race pace up to scratch. He's 1.5 seconds behind after just over a lap and a half under green flag, and Brownie's doing even worse. So I'm not sure what's happened to him. 2.5 seconds away from second place.
Well, he did just have to pass Rainbow, so I think
okay.
it was kind of getting held up by him. Whereas Seb is fighting Hazard here. This is for P7, although they're in the battle, really, for P6, because Yonti is just outside the DRS range of Danico.
We've got Vexit just behind them as well.
Yeah, and he's needed to do this. DRS is being enabled now, which is great, but he had to really get a move on, which is
he has to send. Yeah,
he does. He hasn't got a choice now. He can't even save like tie wear or anything. Yellow flag sector 3. That is Embassy.
That's Embassy. Yeah.
Both Ferraris having issues
damage,
today.
I think. Yeah, missing his end plate into the pits. Everyone seems to be just having huge issues, and Embassy speeding the pit lane as well, and DNFing. Not surprised at all.
Oh, Hazard's gone deep. Hazard's gone really deep. That's not ideal at all. That's allowed Vixen to get through. Freebie, he says, as he comes now into the hairpin, and he's going to have a really good run here. Not to necessarily get an overtake, but to close in.
Hazard and Copy, side by side. It's going to be a drag race.
We love a good drag race, but Copy's got the better grip there. You know this is going to favour him.
Despite Vexit having the slipstream from despite Hazard having the slipstream from Vexit, doesn't quite get it done.
Vexit went for a send. Did you see that?
I did, yeah. Copy's managed to switch back on Hazard as well.
So many battles.
Vexit's going to send him around the outside as well. And he makes it. I think he does. Yeah, he makes it. And keeps his position.
Oh,
Copy with a brave send as well. Forces Hazard off the track, though. Nathan trying to get in.
Yeah, I think Copy might be in trouble for that one. Beaker through on the back now. Fissionator. This is risky. My word, people are getting very ballsy today. They've dug deep. They've found their cojones and gone, this is it, lads. This is it. Abu Dhabi, I'm going to make you my personal pocket person, and I'm going to punish you.
What?
What?
Sorry, what was that?
It's okay. It's a prison thing. You weren't there, man.
Anyway, Formula 1.
Yeah.
Vexit lining himself up very nicely on Yonti here. He's got past Seb.
Oh,
Yonti on all the tyres. Vexit looked fine. Understeer is not a concern for those corners. It's oversteer. And Yonti using all the track as he's allowed.
It's this is gonna be a dive. This is gonna be a dive. I don't think Yonti's gonna be able to. No, I thought he was gonna end up having to dive it back, but he might wait.
Easiest overtake you'll ever see, but Yonti is gonna have an opportunity to get that straight back if he gets a good exit here. He does.
Seb just got rear-ended. Yeah, he did. Seb just got rear-ended by Fishner, who's now missing a left end plate as a result.
And Seb with no DRS. Oh, there we go. He's found it. He's found the button.
Oh. Fishner is feeling very scrappy. Beaker will go, oh, okay.
Beaker just takes it there. Look, I love that. Yellow flag. Fishner had gone right back to the back of that group.
Looked like he just gave up.
He's got a bit of damage as well. He'll be in this lap, I think.
I think it's retirement. I think he's going to call it a day.
Well, I wouldn't bet against another safety car. This has been a pretty insane race.
Yeah, lots of sense.
It goes Rainbow. 16 laps. He's going to have 10 laps on the soft tyre.
Which is what Danico's done, so it's more than doable.
Absolutely. Whether it can be done quickly or not, that's a different question entirely.
Yeah, looks like Sector 3, Fishner, retirement. He's said goodbye. That is the end of his race. Vexit on the cusp of DRS here of Danico. He's actually just got himself into it, and I think he's done it in time. Yes, he has. There was the detection line, and he's at 8:10, so DRS very much available for him. I think he probably won't go for it here, because he's not quite close enough, I don't think, unless he's running 1-1 wings. But he might go for it a little bit later on. Here is one Beaker chasing down his teammate and, I would say, a rival. There's Seb.
And that's crucial. 3 seconds go to Joshua Kazani for 3 warnings.
Now, I said Joshua, Ace Ritchie, and then Vexit. This is still looking like Vexit can get into a podium. But how is the big question. Vexit did get through on Danico through the DRS straight. We're now looking at Beaker and Yonsu swap places as well. Beaker chasing down Seb.
Yeah, Vex is going to have those better tyres as well, so it should be definitely doable. I was going to say easy for a second, but nothing's ever really easy in Formula 1.
There's one team that said, what's Love got to do with it?
Brownie has been gaining on Joshua Kazani, 1.1 seconds now the gap. So once again, Joshua Kazani in the race, not able to deliver the same sort of pace he was in qualifying as Danico comes in for his first stop. No, second stop, sorry.
Yeah. I'd say he's not done 19 laps on the softs.
Another set of softs.
Yeah, he can take these to the end now very easily.
Absolutely.
He's going to need to as well because he's going to need a lot of pace. Down in P12. Does have a penalty to his name as well, I believe. Which one help? Exit 5.2 behind Brownie. Needs to kind of get the foot down and close that gap right on in. So he's within Joshua's penalty range. And then actually attack. Yonti looking for Hazard. Hazard going to take the right-hand side. Yonti not going to go for the send. Hazard looks to... Oh, my word. Yonti just got swarmed. Oh. Max Claren and Luca went down both sides of him. And now suddenly, whilst he was trying to attack Hazard, he's just been absolutely caved in. And now he's being defended so hard, Luca.
As well. It's just Luca's hope Luca's got awareness on both sides of the car. And now it's Luca's turn to be sandwiched. Yeah. Max Claren sweeping across the inside. Forces Yonti to hit the brakes. Forces him to hit the brakes right in front of Luca. And Luca having a little look down the inside, which is going to turn into the outside now. And I think he gets his nose out of that one.
So Dennis has been in touch and said he's learned a few things today. Don't do more than 0 laps. Do more than 0 laps of practice. Don't use Steam Workshop setups, and don't drive next to people. Was what he's learned today. And also, Yonti has issues with his pedal, which would explain his unnatural slow pace today.
Yeah, he's not doing too badly. Other than that big send, he was doing quite well up behind Hazard and Beaker. Packs are starting to split up now. Copy and P5 doing well.
Yeah. The Carlos Sainz. Well, they only... I'd tell he did get a little bit of time. Yeah, but I mean, Brownie's getting the toe, and he's also just made a move here on Joshua with the DRS that has helped him, but now Joshua can attack back on the next DRS straight, which is coming up just after the chicane.
Very good exit, though, and Brownie gets a mega exit. Look at that, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's just, see you later.
First class tickets to Brownie's Island, because once he breaks the DRS...
see the acceleration there?
The guy's insane.
Half a second it was, the gap. See you later. Brownie's a wise guy, though. He knows when to deploy his ERS to get the maximum effect out of it.
Yeah, he is phenomenal, to say the least. Alright, we do have Ace Richie still leading this race with 8 laps to go. 4.1 second gap. Brownie there P2, Joshua P3, Vex at P4 is actually gaining time though. 4.5 seconds now is that gap. I think Joshua is losing more time.
Yep, absolutely. Over a second now to Brownie. Seb into the pits after 7 laps on the softs.
That seems like a mistake. I mean, I don't think he was going to make the softs go to the end, but...
Yonti is retired.
Yeah.
And that's in the pits. So, pedal issues getting the best of Yonti today.
Well, his teammate's still doing well, at least.
Yeah, usually a pretty cool fin. Not today, though.
Max Claren in with a shout at attacking Hazard. Actually, I've seen Max Claren really learn this season. When I first saw Max Claren drive, it didn't seem like he had the pace.
He was an absolute lunatic.
Yeah, he
when
was.
When he first drived.
And he's still a lunatic, he's just a fast lunatic.
Yeah. And I was going to say he's learned to control that lunacy, but he just does rear-end Hazard in the chicane there. Outbreaks himself. So we'll just gloss over that one.
It's a tactical deployment of a nudge.
The bump and run, or
it's
punt
going
to
again.
pass.
He's going again. Oh, I thought he was going to yeet it. He's decided against it. That was very smart of him, but still, you know, that's the thing when you are known as someone who isn't afraid to send it. you do start to put like a mental block on the drivers ahead of you because they just fully suspect you to go for the yeet.
People are going to get away. They're not going to defend you very hard
No.
because they know probably down the line you might make a mistake and give it back to them.
There was one individual who used to do that all the time, and he even drove in this league, and he was known for it in this league as well. If you can remember, one Max Thorne.
Never heard of him.
Nah, me neither.
7 DMs a day. Nah, I'm joking. But he's another one, I think. You know, not related to ERS, but he's found himself in iRacing. He's turned himself into a solid long-distance driver.
Yeah, he's improving. So
you don't want to give any praise at all, do you? It's like gritting your teeth.
I don't have any issues with him. I think he's learning. I'm just looking forward to the day when, because there's some things that you can't be taught. There's just some things that will eventually just come to you.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He needs more of it. Oh, Luca. Very late on the brakes there. Locked up a fair bit, and now he's compromised his entire exit. Yeah, that's the downside to making maneuvers like that. Now he's going to have to try and sort of compromise. And Max Claren going for a center around the outside. It's going to be very difficult to keep it stuck. Hazard's made it through the inside. He's going to have to back out. Yes, he is. Max Claren with that move locked in into P6. Exit closing in on Joshua as well now, so this 3-second gap starts to become really quite important here. Yonsi's been in touch and said that his pedals started to do the same stuff that happened last week, which is where he's got 10% throttle application constantly. So fingers crossed he can get that one fixed. Hopefully it is not a pedal issue and that it's a game issue. That's my hope.
Well, we've got Max. No, we've got Joshua. Joshua spun. Exit of turn 3. He's on a different layout at the moment. He's getting back to where he needs to be, but he's lost a lot of time. And I think just in the case of Luca as well, he's probably going to have some seriously warm rear tyres.
Yep,
see him already applying the counter. He's counter steering at 40 miles per hour.
Yeah, both rears well over 100 degrees. That is very hot. You could cook an egg on that.
You could? I might even do that.
It won't taste very nice, I would imagine.
You know, overcooked an egg, it's going to be rubbery, isn't it?
Oh.
But Brownie, I wanted to say this before we got the terrible puns in. Brownie is gaining on Ace Ritchie, and he's gaining quickly. It's down to 3 seconds, the gap. A few laps ago when he overtook Joshua, it was 5 seconds. So Brownie might have something here.
Yeah, especially if he can maintain this pace throughout, because he's got another, well, what's that, 5 laps, 6 laps if you include this one that they're on. You know, that's a decent amount of time, but it does require you to be constantly on the pace, constantly consistent, and that really can make the big difference as to who finishes where and how many points you're going to score today. Yeah.
I think Brownie is going to probably do what he usually does and nurse those tyres a little bit with his setups. The way he gets those tyres to wear evenly on all sides could prove to be a real advantage with this this long stint he's being forced to do.
Push right in. Switch to softs or a retirement?
I think you'll probably see a retirement here, although he hasn't done it yet.
Copy with a new fastest lap. I mean, he's on the soft compound tyres, so
brand new soft tyres.
However, Joshua is now on brand spanking new tyres, so that point is going to be taken away from him. Luca still with Hazard, but yeah, as you were about to say, Rainbow closing in. And this is effectively a 4-car train for P5, because Beaker doesn't have... I'm going to double check. Nope, he only has 3 seconds. So he's not going to be really at risk of losing out to the guys behind. He just can't really gain any more than he's already got. So, this is realistically, who's getting P5 out of this bunch of 4?
Yep, and Beaker absolutely can get that 3 seconds repealed if he needs. It was 100% Luca's fault, and Hazard gets himself a penalty. But I think the obvious choice here would be Rainbow. He's on those fresher, softer tyres. He was on the reverse strategy.
Yeah.
And Luca sending one on Hazard. Successfully. He's up to P6.
Yeah, Luca has to go though because he has more penalties than the guys around him.
1.9 seconds the gap now between Brownie and Ace Richie. The gap is being reeled in super quickly now. 1.7 as we cross the line.
Oh, Rainbow nearly loses the rear end. Yeah, I was just saying, Luca needs to get a move on as well. He has 6 seconds of penalties, so if he is... Oh, Hazard! Big mistake, big crash! Hazard has lost so much there. Hit the wall, left wing is in bits. I would not be surprised if he just pulls it in the pits and says, good night, sleep tight, I'm off for a bath.
Yeah, at this point, there's nothing you can do. It's too late for a safety car. There's no way back into that race for Hazard, so would make sense if he retires, but it would equally make sense if he just sticks a pair of softs on and sees it out. It is the last race of the season after all.
Yeah, do some donuts at the end at least.
Yeah, just donuts now if you want.
Well, you get DQ'd, but yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Why not? And here we go, Brownie on the back of Luca. Luca, of course, going to have the DRS, so he won't be that vulnerable.
You mean Rainbow?
And it could actually... Yep, that's the one. Who did I say?
Brownie.
Brownie. What's the difference?
Oh, Rainbow. Wow, that was very close. Very well held there.
Rainbow's going to get a better exit, though. And I think Max Claren might be a little bit vulnerable here. Luca is going to be coming quickly, and Rainbow might be coming even quicker. No, doesn't quite happen this time.
Yeah, Rainbow very close to the back of this as well. Danico's actually got himself in this mix. I think he has a few too many penalties. Rainbow's made a big mistake there.
Danico only 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's only Luca on the 6, everyone else is 3 seconds.
Yeah, Danico nearly got caught out massively there. Oh, and then it almost touches the wall as well. This is less than ideal for him. He really needs to get a move on now. He has to get past these guys as quick as he can. Oh, Luca, big mistake. Back end stepped out as he came through the final corner. Rainbow is going for the inside. Luca goes for the defensive maneuver. This is risky. And that has very nearly cost them both.
Great defense from Luca.
It did nearly cause a crash, though.
Yes, but, you know, it did. That's the main thing. It didn't cause a crash. Very intimidating.
Oh, Danico. Oh, my word.
Yeah, Danico's got to be a bit streetwise. Just hang back, because Rainbow's going to try and send something. He's just got to be there when Rainbow sends it and exploit the gap that it'll open up.
Yeah.
Look at that copy. 3 lap-old softs. He's closing on this group as well with 2 laps to go. The battle for P5 is looking really spicy.
He's really giving it the full beans. Luca and Rainbow swap place left, right, and center. Rainbow's gone for a send down the inside of McLaren, and that's actually backfired because now Luca is alongside. There's been contact between them. Danico's now going for a maneuver, and he's going to get through. Now he's on the back of Luca. He's also got the extra pace. He's going to pass around the outside of him too. Might even be able to get himself alongside Max Claren as he comes to the braking zone. Luca's going for a bit of a yeet down the inside. This is never going to work out. Danico is very much just caught in the crossfire of this. He's trying to avoid all the contact, and Luca's been rotated, and that kind of... I mean, it was going to happen at some point. It was just
asking for it. One of, and who was going to be the one to spin around? But it's just what I said about Danico. He just needs to be streetwise, stay at the back, wait for the gap to open, and he did. And now he's P6.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we've got Copy right behind Rainbow on significantly fresher softs with more ERS, probably colder tires as well. Looks like Ace Richie's pulled out that gap a little bit more now, 2.1 seconds. Looks like he's looking secure in the lead for now.
Yep, he's giving it everything he can. Danico looking for Max Claren. This is going to work wonders for him.
Yeah, Danico, of course, 3-second time penalty though. That's the only issue.
Yeah, less than ideal that. Okay, well,
where's Seb come from?
He's just been hanging back, hasn't he?
Out of nowhere.
RKO.
So Rainbow and Copy have dropped back massively. I'm not sure what happened there.
Danico getting through on Max Claren. Max Claren's going to look for the send back on the inside. We're on the second to last lap. Might go for on the next
DRS. Doesn't need to do anything rash though, because he's going to win this on penalties. Danico, as you'd expect on that soft tyre, getting a much better launch out of that chicane. It's worth noting as well, Max Claren's been in the pits 3 times this race. He's the only person to 3 stop.
Yeah, safety cars really helped him out as well.
Yeah.
Now, there is a possibility for puncture for these guys at the front too. Brownie seems to have suddenly lost pace. He was gaining on Ace Richie by a speed of knots. Right now, though, he's frozen that, it looks like, and he can't actually close back in again.
I'm looking at Brownie. I'm looking at Brownie 65 on the rear. So he's not too bad.
Oh, Ace Richie.
Oh, and Danica, another 3 seconds.
Yep, that's going to be crucial.
That's going to drop him right down. He's going to be maybe as low as P10.
I think we're looking at a P8.
6 seconds. Yeah, of course, with Rainbow and Joshua Kazani's penalties, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, points would be nice, regardless, but yeah, this could be way worse. Seb on Max McLaren then. It's going to be...
Oh, damage for Joshua. Sorry, damage for Joshua. I saw an M plate on the home straight. I was trying to pin it to a cart, and it is the Alfa Romeo of Joshua Kazani in P10. And another 3 second time penalty.
Yep. That is the big sad.
And a spin. Not your first and your last race of the season, and he retires. I can't say blame him.
Oh, Poppy's going from me around the outside of Seb. There's contact. Max McLaren's been hit, and that's caused him to get a back end that's gone loose. Seb going around the left-hand side. Copy trying to get involved in this too. He's going to get both cars here. DRS wing is open. He's through. We are 3 wide. I think Copy is the one to benefit the most, but you got to argue that contact was a bit extreme there from Copy. It did give a bit of a tap.
Oh, and there we go. Max McLaren's around.
Yeah,
trying to force it into a gap that wasn't there. You know.
Richie eats across the line, takes the victory in the final race. Brownie P2, Vexit recovers. Oh, he's doing donuts. Okay. Well, Vexit doing donuts. We're going to see a crash in a second. Gustin's on, so he'll be fine. Beaker takes P4. Danica coming to the line now. The scrap's still going on, but they're not going to change any positions. Danico to take P5 physically, but he's going to drop because Copy goes P5, Seb P6. Danico finishes P7, Rainbow P8, Luca P9. Vex is missing every component on his vehicle there. Oh my word. What a crash that was.
That's how you end the season though, isn't it? In style.
Yeah. Alright, I have to skip for a league race. I'm going to very quickly round up now. Ace Richard P1, Brownie P2, Vexit P3, Beaker P4, Copy P5, Seb P6, Danico P7, Rainbow P8, Spicy P9, Luca again the final point, and Hazard, who's going to be doing donuts until his tyres burst, in P11. But I can't stay because my league race started 5 minutes ago for the qualifying and I have to absolutely leg it.